You've never seen something like Go Go Loser Ranger, I can promise you that. Imagine Power Rangers meets the WWE, that already should sell you. But let me really sell you on this. Imagine there's a group of evil characters who go to invade the world. World domination, as they would. The Power Rangers kick their ass so hard that all the bosses, all their bases, boom, gone. It's done. And all you have is grunt soldiers left. What would normally happen? Well, the grunt soldiers would probably get killed or captured. The Power Rangers say no. Every Sunday, let's have a WWE style event where you come up with the monster of the week and we're gonna kick your ass. Because at the end of the day, we're stronger than you. If we wanted to kill you, we could. Sure, you can regenerate, but I'm sure that's not gonna stop the loser Rangers over here. And we are now up to 999 losses and 999 matches. And one of the evil minions has had enough. He wants to be enough to say, I'm gonna give you a real fight. Obviously that's not gonna happen overnight, and seemingly, with how they end it, there's potential that he might try to join up on the Rangers side, and potentially maybe learn their secrets, maybe use that to his advantage. But either way, imagine having something so staged and scripted that people come across and are always like, cheering on, but naturally, in these types of events, some people are going to cheer for the villains, kids, adults included, and it is such a fun premise. The whole time I'm watching up until the reveal of what truly happened, I'm like, man, this is clearly so scripted on both sides, because if they wanted to actually kill the people in the crowd, when they get dropped in on Sunday night, they could clearly go into the stadiums. Sure, they afterwards try to attack and then the Rangers come in and do their things, but the idea of just such a staged WWE style Power Ranger spectacle, and one guy just having enough of the bullshit, I thought it was going to end with him beating the living shit out of the Power Rangers, and he has no stamina. He's running like he's never ran a mile in his life. And over the course of the season, we're going to see him hopefully get stronger to the point where he could actually give the Rangers a good fight. But man, I expected something funny. I ended up with one of the most creative things you're going to watch this year. 100%. Full live reaction to episode 1 of this amazing show over on my Patreon. If you want to see my full length of thoughts to this or any of the future episodes, it's going to be over there if you're interested. So, this was good. So, Go Go Loser Ranger, also known as Ranger Reject to some, that's one of the alternative names. The official license name is Go Go Loser Ranger, which I prefer 100% because it's just the perfect parody of Go Go Power Rangers, is so cool. It is produced insanely well. The overall look of the world, the characters, everything, it doesn't feel like an anime that I'm used to. There's something stylistically different about it. There is a decent amount of 3D. There's certain times you'll see a character that's fully done in 3D, but it's good. It's solid with how it looks. Characters are getting tossed around. We have this big lion man at one point. So the villains that we fight, these little minions, these henchmen, they, if you cut them, you've cut their arm off, they particle back, they just self-repair. But they also can, transfigure themselves into whatever creation they come up with. So it's really cool to see, because it actually has, this is one of the coolest pieces of animation I've seen so far this anime season. I think the best example is probably when after he gets bodied, he's on the rooftop and he's repairing himself. The reverse of how the shadow and the pieces kind of re-click back together like a puzzle piece. It's just so cool. And they do it across the actual fight as well. But I think that was probably my favorite point of seeing it, just because it actually is animated really, really well. But there is something so fun because, naturally I want to be like, who would watch this? This is clearly so staged. This is clearly so scripted. But it's yeah, that doesn't stop people from watching reality TV or WWE or anything, right? It's just for entertainment. And absolutely, if there was Power Rangers shooting off lasers and kicking some minion ass, yeah, I'd probably want to watch this every Sunday night too. It just would be fun, whether you can realize it's scripted or not. It would just be so cool. And naturally, because of that, I'd probably be on the side cheering for the minions, being like, come on villain, come on monster, you got this. And it's just so fun. You just feel the child within you coming out with such a creative premise that's actually backed by a great production. I think my favorite part of the episode is actually when they're scribbling down ideas. So they're in their little lair, they're all trying to think oh shit, what monster haven't we done yet? Have we done this? Oh shit, we've done this. Okay, what about this? No, that's too cute. That's not creative enough. And the one is just kind of kicking back saying a tiger. Tiger is naturally, the opponent for a dragon. They call themselves the Dragon Keepers, so this is what we'll do. It's just really cool to see what they end up doing in order, because it's an interesting situation, because up until I think it was around that point, you're like, Why would they go with the float? They always get bodied. Like, what do they get by going with this fake persona? Sure, they can repair, but as they say in this episode, it still hurts when they get killed. The idea that, imagine you come in to invade a planet, you get bodied so hard, all of your bosses are dead, and you're like, hey, either you die or you fight WWE for us. It's completely understandable. And I like how, for most of them, they kind of just are like, this is our life. At least we get to be alive, and we only have to do this BS once a week. But of course, you know, when someone brings up world domination, all they can do is help but laugh in his face like, bro, we haven't thought about that in 400 matches. Are you insane? Like, we're just gonna get killed. Like, they're gonna kick our ass. And honestly, it's kind of funny thinking about how, like, you start off, like, with probably most of these characters thinking they're gonna rule the world, and now their most interesting thing is like, okay, what's gonna make the crowd most interested? Okay, we really gotta give them a show. We gotta give them something that gets them cheering. And one of the characters, when he was giving our main guy a pep talk, was talking about how, hey, at one point there was this kid behind me, and he was cheering me on. It kind of felt nice. It's weird, right? Because, like, we initially came in here to destroy the world, and now look at us. It's just so cool. It's so creative. It's so different. And I think this is the thing about the spring season that really has my interest, is there's, like, a good 4 or 5 shows that I've already started watching that I'm like, wow, that is so different, or they're doing something so creative. This is, like, the most unique anime season already for me. Stuff like A Train to the End of the World. You have stuff like Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Ranger Reject over here with Go-Go Loser Ranger. There are these shows that are absolutely so different and produced so well and just are doing something so creative that you maybe get 1 or 2 of those types of shows a season if you're real lucky. You don't get a whole goddamn buffet of them. This season's incredible, man. Like, this anime season is like, sometimes I think I'm in a fever dream with how many good shows are popping off. To be honest, at this point, I don't even know if I can pick a favorite first episode, because between Train, Jellyfish, this, like, these are some good freaking shows. You have Windbreaker if you want some great, like, gangster stuff. I don't know, man. Like, it's a good problem to have, but there's too many great anime right now. But this was so cool. Like, unless it completely nosedives, this is the type of anime I'd want to add to my Blu-ray collection. That's how much I'm liking it. I think it's on Hulu/Disney. I don't know. I yo-ho-hoed Pirate's Life for me for this, so take that with what you will. Let me know what you thought down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell so you get notified when I upload more. And like I mentioned, we have a full live reaction over on my Patreon. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got FL Facts, Match, Mate, Danbro77, Carl Stefan Berndl, and Vlad Zablov. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.